Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Jen. Today we are going to set up my 2026 budget planner. So this is the second planner that I am setting up for the year. And so I will start a playlist now that will be linked down in the description box. I did already set up my daily grind planner for 2026, or at least the first 4 months. And so today we're going to set up my budget planner. It's going to be a bit of a Frankenplanner, and it's a little bit of a change for me this year because for probably I think at least the last 3 years, I've been using a happy planner. Usually I was just buying a happy planner on clearance using the monthly spreads and then adding in either budget extension pages, or it's kind of varied. I haven't been fully consistent in the way that I use my budget planner, though I would say I've probably done the best this year that I've ever done. What I do tend to be consistent in is using my monthly spread, but the rest of the stuff, it's been a journey. Anyway, let's jump in and I will explain as we go. So I want to stay in the classic size, but I'm going to use a lot of things from Jane's Agenda today, plus a few other things. So I do have these beautiful dashboards, and you know, if you've been around for a minute, then you know already that I love the Jane's Agenda dashboards. And I should mention, I am a Jane's Agenda affiliate. My affiliate link is down in the description box. I've also got a one-time use discount code, planninggoaled. If you shop that link, I do earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. Thank you so much anytime you do that. So the dashboards are even more stunning in the classic size. So what happened was I had purchased this divider set like on last chance, and I was going to use it, but I didn't realize how kind of like warm brown color these are. They have like a bit of an orange to them. And so I feel like these don't really go together. And so I had to be creative, but I'm not sad because these could be used over and over. And like I said, I bought them on last chance. I paid very little for them. So what I'm going to do instead is use some old Happy Planner dividers that I never used that I think the colors match better. So let's just get into it. I have a clear cover here that is actually from Cloth and Paper. I want a Jane's Agenda one, but let's see, how's this go? Since I already had this one, I figured I would just go with it, especially because if Jane's Agenda releases the cover that is in the monthly cover club this year, for January, then I want that cover because my sub box is in junior and I want it for my junior, so I'm not going to switch it for the month. Anyway, we're going to go with this for now. Now with my discs, I'm going to use these discs from Happy Planner because I think that the colors look really nice. And I am also a Happy Planner affiliate, I should mention. That link is down there as well. But I'm missing one of the discs. I only have 8 and I need 9 for classic size. So I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm going to just use one of these wrong discs. They're very similar, not exactly the same, but very similar enough that I think it'll be okay because I feel like I'll be able to find the other. I had 9. If I don't, and it bothers me, then I'll change them out. Yeah. So the heart in the Happy Planner discs is not so much my favorite anymore, but that's okay. I'm not as picky with my budget planner. Now, I keep a separate budget planner because I do take my half letter with me sometimes, and so I don't want my financial information in there. And this stays in my dining room, and I really do use it. So, oh, here it is. I thought I was missing one. So anyway, I'm just going to stick the odd man here. I don't know. Of course, I still enjoy making it nice, but I'm less picky about it. Okay, let's add the dashboards. And which one do I want in front? I think I want the chandelier in front and the private jet in the back. We're going for luxury vibes. Let me get in frame here. All right. You guys see my new desk mat? I know gold is off camera right now, but it says golden grounded and it's really nice quality. I got it off of Etsy. I'll link it for you down below. That's also an affiliate link. Okay, so let's jump in. So I'm kind of figuring this out as I go, so bear with me. But I made, oops, what's going on here? There we go. I made this little thing that I want up front. So I'm going to start with it. It probably will stay the front. I'm not 100% sure. So this is just Happy Planner dot grid paper that I added this box to say 2026. And I added this sticker from Wrong from her Glam Babe book. Inside, I glued on these box pages from an Erin Condren notebook, decorated them with washi. The monthly labels are from Live Love Posh, and what I want this for is to track like yearly expenses that come up, like my RD license. I'm a registered dietitian. I have both a national and a state one, and those are in separate months. We have a sewer bill that we have to pay twice a year. So those kinds of things I want to keep up here so that I have a reminder. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, this was really quick to make, so that was cool. Now I am using Jane's Agenda monthlies, and they do come with a yearly overview. Hold on. So your Jane's Agenda monthlies do come with these quick glance pages, and so you have your name page, and then you have all of these. But I think that I want to use these in a different planner. And so, and I don't really need all of this in my budget planner. There was a page I could have used though. This one would have been similar. And so in case you are getting them too and you want to know if there's something like that, but I'm going to use this whole thing in another planner. So that's why I made that one, because that's really all I needed of it in my budget planner. All right, so now we're going to put in our monthlies, our monthly number 46. And part of why I decided to switch over to the Jane's Agenda was because they are lined. Now, one thing was that with the Happy Planner, because actually I guess it would make more sense to put my dividers in next. So why don't I do that? And then I'll tell you more. So with the Happy Planner, the calendar is on the divider, and normally I don't like that, but in my budget planner I did kind of like it. So I feel like it sort of works out that it's going to go this way, because I think what's going to happen is I'm going to glue together my monthly page and this, so it does just open to it. I'm not going to do it to the whole year in case I don't like it. I'm just going to do it maybe just to January for now. So I will show you how I'm going to do that. But first, let me put the dividers in. These dividers are from a Happy Planner wellness planner that I never ended up using. And so I'm just going to use them. And some of them have like more of a wellness quote, but I think that they're still fine for my budget planner. They are pretty. This one says, "You are worthy." Take care of you. So yeah, they're wellness themed, but that's okay. I want to try to use what I have as much as I can. So there was no point in either ordering new dashboards and I know I could have just said, who cares, but I care. I want it to be cohesive. Be proud of how far you've come. That's fitting in a budget planner, no? Listen to your heart. Somewhere I have the matching sticker book for this. And the nice thing too is that these dividers are already labeled with the months. I was going to have to put divider labels on the other ones. now I can add my monthlies in, which are from Jane's Agenda. And so this is what it looks like. It's a month on 2 pages. So let me just put it on and then I'll open it for you. And they're lined, which I really like. The Happy Planner monthly doesn't have lines, and it's been fine, but I love lines on my monthly, and so I'm excited to have them now. And so, yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is just glue this down to this so that I can just open it right to it. And I think that'll work out good. So, oh, my tape runner's upstairs, so I'll get it in a minute. We'll do that in a minute. Yeah, but here, let me just close it for a second so you could see, like, it does. The tab colors work really nicely with the dashboard, I think, and the discs. I hope I can find this other disc. I think it's not really a big deal, but it would be nice if I found it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop on all the rest of the monthlies, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've turned back to January. And another thing that I like about this monthly is that I used to like to add boxes in the sidebar of my monthly calendar to be able to have a spot to say the total amount I was going to have to pay out in bills for each week individually, because that's what I use this for, is to track the dates that all the bills are due and then how much they are, and then when they're paid, that kind of thing. So now that the boxes are built right in, I think I'll probably start doing that again. So I'm going to turn this over. Now on the back of your monthly, you do have this open area. You have 2 like to-do lists or checklists, I should say, and then a big dot grid area. I'm not sure if I'll use it or not, so that's okay if I don't, but I may. And then what I'm going to be adding are these financial planning inserts, but not all of it. And this is from Jane's Agenda. So I do love this cover page. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life. And I wonder, do I want to put that up front even before this? Oh, that's kind of pretty. And then we'll open like that. And this like tells you how to use the budgeting pages. So let me go back to January, past our monthly. Oh, actually, I forgot about this. So you have this bill tracker, and then on the back, sinking funds and long-term savings. And you also have this debt tracker. So I think I'd also like those up in my yearly overview section. So I think I'll put those here. Okay. And then this insert pack does come with these undated 1-page monthly spreads. So unfortunately for me, they're on the back of this monthly financial audit, and I'm probably going to use these, but I'm not sure if it's going to work for me. So I'll hang on to them either way, but I'm going to go ahead and put them in for now. I think I like their other budget insert better, and so I may end up getting that if these don't end up panning out for me, but I do want to give them a try. And so what it is it says the monthly financial audit, cash available in accounts amount, and you have checking, long-term savings, and saved for sinking funds, total in accounts, total debt this month, sinking funds due this month, and net worth. And then you have expected monthly income, date, amount expected, and amount received. And then recurring bills, future sinking funds to save for, cash to budget with or save for the month. So I kind of need like a different style monthly budget sheet. So I'm not sure about it, but I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put this in for now, but I'm going to not be using this calendar. And I'll probably end up again, like maybe just gluing it together, especially if I don't really need that side. But for now, I think I'm not going to glue anything yet, because maybe once I get into it in the first month, I might change my mind in some things, since I'm doing things a little differently. Not a lot differently, but a little bit. All right. So let me go ahead and add those into each month, and then I'll be right back. So actually, I guess I did use all of it, because then here's the last page, which says the review, and it's a way of looking at your whole year, and you have income received, bills paid, expenses, added to savings, amount set aside for sinking funds, additional amount paid on debt, remainder, total cash and accounts, total debt, and net worth. So I think I will go ahead and add this in. I don't know if I want it back here or if I want it up in that whole yearly overview section, but I think for the moment I'm going to add it here. And can we just take a moment for the Jane's Agenda paper? It is so nice. I like it so much. But we're not done. So the other thing that I'm going to put in here is I bought these transaction sheets from Jane's Agenda. This past year, I was using something like this from Pretty Planner Co. And I really liked those as well. But I bought these during the cyber sale. And here they are. And so what I just need one each month. And what I do is keep track of money coming in and out of the two accounts that I have. So one account goes on this side and one account goes on this side. And the one thing about the other sheets I was using is that it had credit listed first and debit second, and my brain just sees it this way, and I would keep writing the wrong thing in each column. So I started like relabeling it, but now I don't have to in here. And so also like the aesthetic kind of all goes together. So I'm happy to have these. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of these into each month, and then I'll meet you right back here. Okay. I also found expense sheets from my old Happy Planner that I added in. We'll do a quick little flip through in a minute, and I'll show you. And then I have a Happy Planner folder that I'm going to add because I really like having a folder in my planner. And I also found one of these. They're actually for Happy Planner stickers, but like if I deposit a check like digitally or something, sometimes I like to hang on to it in like a little envelope like this or something. So yeah, so I'm just going to throw that in there. So this I think is looking really nice. It's really pretty, isn't it? So let's open her up. And I think that looks really nice. So I think I'm going to keep that like that. Let me move this over just a hair. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life. And then we come over to my little 2026 sheet. That looks so cute. And then we have my little yearly overview boxes. And I love how that came out. We have our bill tracker, which I think is nice. Even though I'm tracking them on my monthly spread, I think it's nice to have that to come back and go, yes, I did pay it every month. Like, you know, that's helpful. So I'm going to use that. We have our debt tracker. So I'm going to use that. And it is, as you can see, landscape, and it just has debt, APR, if that applies, January, February, March, April, May, June, and then the other side is the rest of the year. And it says debt tracker here in cursive, which is really pretty. And whoops, that didn't belong there. Okay. So then we have our first divider. We open up to January. And again, I think I'll end up gluing it. Whoops. Gluing it so that you're able to just open right to the monthly. And I'll end up filling this out with all the bills that are due. And sometimes I color code it, the ones that I pay, the ones that my husband pay. But I think it's going to be really nice having the lines in here, and I'm really glad for that. And then we open up, and I'm not sure if I'll stick these together or if I'll use this in some capacity or what I'll do with it. You could certainly use it for like a savings challenge. You could use it for like a subscription tracker. I think you could use it in all different ways. But then, you know, I'm going to try this. I'm going to see what I think about it. I also found one leftover monthly budgeting sheet from that Happy Planner extension. And this wasn't perfect either, but it was closer, I think, to what I'm looking for. So you have an area up here to list your any incoming income. And then you have this little subtotal box where you put your income total, your expense total, and your remaining. And then you have categories: housing, food, utilities, personal transportation, entertainment, medical, and other. I don't really need all those categories. All I really need is fixed and variable. I might just relabel them and still try it out, still use it. Then I have my transaction log, and man, you could feel the papers are so different. And then this is the expense log. And so like, what's the difference? Like here, I'm tracking the money going in and out of my 2 accounts. Here, I'm just tracking like any purchases in the month, because some of them go on a credit card and some of them will come out of an account. I've been really bad with this piece of it. I also kind of think maybe it'd be better if I had this particular sheet in my half letter, which I have in use more often, but I haven't figured all that out either. If you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear them. And then, and then it just repeats. Then we go into February. We've got the monthly. We've got the monthly financial audit, transaction sheets, and a weekly expense. So yeah, so I'm so happy. And then at the end, we have our little pocket and our folder. Ooh, she's pretty and I love her. Yay! So excited. So I think this is going to work out great. I will probably, you know what? I have a little plastic, it was actually a clear cover from a plum paper planner, and those are 7x9. So it's a little bit smaller than the cover. And I have a pen loop attached to that, and I have it in my other budget planner. So I will put that in here when I'm ready to switch over to this one, so I can have a pen with it all the time. Probably it will be a Uniball Zento, but we'll see. Maybe also a Sharpie S gel. We'll see. You know what? I just thought of something. Hold on. I do have this Sharpie S gel. I don't know. Is it cute or does it clash? I'll have to try it once I have the pen loop. All right, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you use any particular budget planner, and if you love it, why? Why do you love it? Love to hear if there's anything that you're a big fan of using. And I will link for you my 2026 planner setup series. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye.